Hello, Mark Laugherty here. I'm here with Simon Littlewood, the president of ACG, Asia Now Consulting Group. 2 minutes of business value, free business value coming your way. You're not going to invoice us for this, come to think of it, are you?
We'll see how we get on, Mark.
Okay, well, let's see. See how we get on. Every lawyer and consultant says that, don't they? Okay, here we go. Leadership. What can we learn from Barack Obama? The 2 minutes on the clock starts now.
Well, it's wonderful that you use the L word there, the lawyer word, because that's what Barack Obama is very evidently.
A lawyer?
Absolutely, that's what he is, right? He's an academic lawyer, and one of the issues with Barack Obama is he's always aware of both sides of the question. The problem is that if you want to be a leader, you shouldn't be sharing both sides of the question. You should figure out what your policy is based on all the inputs, and then you should lead from the front. There's a curious notion abroad, if you look at Tony Blair and other successful leaders, that you find out what people want and then you give them to it, and that's leadership. That's not leadership at all. Where's the value in that?
Well, that's more like pandering to the populist opinions.
Leadership is about taking people in a direction that they don't necessarily want to go. Yeah,
but you make them.
Essentially, yes. You know, if you listen to Lee Kuan Yew's view on consensus, he's completely contemptuous of it. He thinks if you put a bunch of people in a room and expect them to come up with a sensible answer, there's no way that they will.
Well, you and I can't agree on things.
And the thing about leadership, particularly in the US, I mean, the US has become more and more fractious over the years. You know, lots of people have ascribed that to various reasons. And one interesting analysis of why it's fractious is that people now are able to go home to their constituencies at the weekends. They don't stay in Washington anymore, so people never talk and they don't develop social relationships. But the bottom line is, it's a feral atmosphere, and if you're going to lead, you have to be confident and unequivocal. The second that you show that you're understanding two sides to a question, you're done for. And that's what Barack Obama has done.
Wait. The moment you show
yes.
that you understand the other side of the story, you're done for?
Well, look at the way politics works now. It's simplistic, it's 10-second sound bites. Nobody wants to hear on the one hand, on the other hand, you know? And that's the nature of politics in the US. So leadership means, I'm very clear, this is what we need to do, bum, 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 yeah?
And a good leader is...
The people that don't like you will admire the fact that you're firm and you've got a fighting chance to bring them with you. But the second you show that you're not, they're feral, they'll be on you, they'll bring you down. And that's essentially what's happened to Barack Obama.
So he's trying to please too many people?
Yes, you can't. He thought he could reason with them. Of course you can't reason with them, goodness me.
Okay. Well, time's up, unfortunately, but I suppose we can go to your website and find out a little bit.
Oh, no, I don't write about politics on my website, Mark. That's guaranteed to get me into trouble, particularly given most of my clients are Americans and many of them are Republicans.
Yeah, but actually the funny thing is that Barack Obama seems to have alienated not just the Republicans, who he was always going to alienate anyway, but he's also seemed to...
Well, yeah, even Michael Moore was talking on telly about how disappointed he was. I mean, the reality is Barack Obama did have a significant mandate. He had a high level of expectation, perhaps inappropriate, behind him. He should have come storming out with a set of very radical moves, and he should have just pressed on with them. And you know, instead he kind of came out and said, well, you know, chaps, I think this would be a good idea, let's talk about it, and he appointed all these talking shops, and you know... he's talked himself...
Trying to build a consensus. Yes, we can. Make things change.
Build a consensus. You know, there's a fundamental problem in it with any democracy that has 300 million people in it. I mean, can you ever build a consensus in any meaningful way? I mean, it's such a heterogeneous place. There's a real question as to whether you can actually get a meaningful consensus in America. I think you've basically got to set a direction and try and bring as many people as you can with you.
An iron fist.
Well...
Lee Kuan Yew. America needs Lee Kuan Yew.
Well, I think everywhere needs a bit of Lee Kuan Yew, Mark.
Yeah. You know that we're way over the two.
I know that, but do you let me go on?
But you're not going to charge us for this, right?
When have I ever?